going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
State Line Garage Doors, owned and operated by Justin Gobble, is your trusted local expert in garage door services. Based in Lawrence County, Tennessee, State Line Garage Doors is built on over a decade of hands-on experience, providing reliable repairs, replacements, and installations for all types of garage doors, residential and commercial. They proudly serve our community and the surrounding areas. When you work with State Line Garage Doors, you're not just another job, you're part of our community. Their commitment to quality, transparency, and craftsmanship is at the heart of what they do, and they offer free estimates. State Line Garage Doors. Reach out to discover the difference a company with local roots can make for your home and business.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
At Florida Mid-South Realty, we pride ourselves on our family values, professional service, and a deep local knowledge. With a small town feel and a personal touch, we're here to help you navigate the real estate process with ease. Whether buying, selling, or renting, you can trust us to guide you every step of the way. And don't forget to catch Florida Rockstars, our live podcast every Tuesday morning at 8. Florida Rockstars, rocking the real estate news and all things local. Florida Mid-South Realty, your hometown real estate experts.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
Want to take the next steps in taking care of your health? Tennessee Valley Allergy Services can make your goals a reality. Their team of doctors, nurses, and medical professionals are dedicated to providing allergy care and treatment, such as drops and shots, to fit your exact needs. Their expert services are for anyone ages 2 and older. Whether you struggle with environmental or food allergies, they've got you covered. Discover a better you at Tennessee Valley Allergy Services, located right next to the Zaxby's in Lawrenceburg. Book online or call 931-325-0757 to schedule your appointment today.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. AJ Good, Taylor Plott, and Hayden Burks. Michael Marks will be joining us here shortly, guys. And busy Thursday. Trade deadline going down Major League Baseball. Nothing real big happening just yet. Just a piece here and a piece there. Some teams busier than others. Some teams who should be busy are not busy at all. It's a wild Thursday for not a lot happening.
Yeah, Hayden and I were talking about this just a little bit ago. There really isn't anything that's just, one, you don't have a blockbuster trade so far, but two, there's really nothing that's been eye-opening, like, oh, well, that's an interesting trade. The Braves acquired a relief pitcher from the Rockies for a minor league player. I don't think that he's been named yet. And there's just been other little things, but yeah, so far, I'm with you, AJ. It's like there's teams that probably should be active, and they're right now not. Now, that could change here in the next few hours, but there really isn't moves going on.
I say we might be looking on our watch or our phone like, oh, hey, this happened, this happened. But then again, it's like what I was telling you before we went live here on the show, that I think a lot of the teams are just kind of content. I mean, there's really nothing out there that would change their season or give them like a late bloom like the Braves did a few years ago. But, I mean, the Braves obviously, with that relief pitcher, giving up that minor league guy that hasn't been named yet, so I'm not sure what that will look like. But then again, overall, just as a Braves fan, I just think that there's really nothing out there that would, change the season for you. And it sounds like that's kind of what it is for most of the teams here in the MLB.
Yeah, the thing that I'm curious about is, I mentioned yesterday it seemed like Ozuna was, if there was going to be a somewhat bigger trade when this trade deadline, it could have been Marcell Ozuna maybe going to the Padres. I think there was also some interest. I don't know if it was the Marlins or the Rays. I thought it was one of those two that maybe had reached out to Atlanta. The thing that I'm curious just from a Braves perspective is if they do a move, is it going to be something where they try to maybe pick up some steam in this season, or they're looking for something beyond 2025? And that's where I'm curious with the Marcell Ozuna trade, where he's still being very productive. He's had back-to-back games now where he's had a home run, and he's done pretty well. So his stock in the trade market is rising if they wanted to pursue that. But the other thing is he's not getting younger. He is starting to kind of get up there in age to where is this season or next season maybe his last so-called really, really good output from a batting perspective. And if you wanted to trade now for someone that you can use post-Ozuna, that's not just a pickup for the end of the year. It's a pickup that we're going to have them for a couple years and hopefully a little bit later on. But just from a Braves perspective, that if they were going to do that, the only way I would be okay with it is if they did something for future reference, not just, we'll get somebody to finish the season out and then they're gone.
Yeah. Well, future reference, they might need a whole lot more help than what they're expected because Braves have Ronald Acuna Jr. was removed from last night's loss at Kansas City with tightness in the right Achilles tendon. Was placed on the 10-day injured list following the morning. Acuna experienced the discomfort after chasing down a ball in right field. He'll be evaluated further Wednesday. It's an Achilles thing. It's going to take a while, manager Brian Snitker said after the Braves fell 9-6 to the Royals. He'll go on the IL, and hopefully in 10 days or so it will clear up. Acuna said he initially felt pain while running the bases Monday night. It happened when I scored from first to home on that play, Acuna said through an interpreter. They're going to examine me tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. So,
Yeah. And I'll say, so this is Mark Bowman, and this is what he tweeted last night. He said, Acuna held back tears as he talked after tonight's game. He said he'll be further evaluated, likely MRI tomorrow. I hadn't seen anything yet that said any results from that. And like you said, he felt discomfort when he scored from first on Monday. And apparently he lobbied to play today because in his mind he had missed too much time already this season. And honestly, at this point, the stuff that's happened with the Braves this year, it's completely bad luck for, their entire starting pitching rotation from opening day is not there right now. Yeah. Nobody on that starting rotation is healthy and in rotation right now. Add on to Acuna. Ozuna's been playing with the bum hip over the past several months. Austin Riley was injured. You had Ozzie Albies, I believe, that he had some time on the injured list this year. I mean, you just look at how much injury-prone this team has been so far. There's no – I mean, you look at the record, and it's completely understandable that they've lost 61 games. And, I mean, obviously from a fan perspective, it sucks. But with him, I'm almost with you at this point, Hayden. If this comes back where maybe it's partially torn, shut him down for the rest of the season. I don't know what the recovery time for that is anyway. It might easily just be a season-ending injury at that point. But if it's something that they're like, oh, well, he can come back in like a month, just shut him down.
No, don't
shut him down at that point.
That's your golden goose right there. Don't do it.
And it sucks because they already did that. They held him back for weeks. They could have had him on the opening day roster and playing, but they held him back because they wanted to make sure that knee was completely healed. And if they want to keep that mentality, shut them down if it's something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, Taylor. It's tough luck for the Braves. You look at their roster up and down. It just looks like there's just he's got a messed up leg, or he's got a messed up hip, or he's got a torn Achilles. And it's tough as a Braves fan because you look at the success we've had in the past and kind of the high spots and definitely low spots here this season. And overall, you looked at the fact of Acuna, the time he missed, and then coming back as hot as he was compared to the rest of the team. You're thinking, okay, maybe they can get something going at the trade deadline. Maybe a late season spark, and just another injury for Acuna. And at first, I was kind of on the mindset of, okay, maybe it's time to move Acuna, but he's just your golden goose. He was the best thing you had on your team.
Yeah.
And now losing him, and if I'm the Braves, I don't care what the timeline looks like. It might be a week. I don't care. Shut him down.
Yeah.
He's done, in my opinion. I do not want to see him on a baseball field the rest of this season, because this season's already washed, in my opinion. Like, I know there's no saving it at this point. There might be that that teeny tiny chance of them making it into the wild card, but it's a wash for me. So, in my opinion, Acuna, I think they just need to shut him down.
If you go back, talking about just the rest of the injury stuff, if you go back to when, obviously they had a horrible start of the season, 0-6, and then they finally got their first win. That there were already problems with that, and it looked like that had stemmed from last year with not being able to hit and having situational hitting with runners scoring position, all of that. But they fought their way back, and they got to 500, and they even got a game over 500. I think they got it to like 27-26 at one point. And then if you see what transpired immediately after they got back to that 500 and just over 500 mark, they started having more injuries. They started having injuries in the rotation. They started having, I'm trying to remember who it was that got injured. I think it was Ozzie at that point. Someone else got injured outside the rotation.
Ozzie had a foot injury.
Yeah, and it derailed the momentum. So it's like this team had the ability, and they were fighting back. They got above 500, and then the injury bug hit them again. And it's just been one thing after another. And I'm with you. I think, honestly, from my perspective, now that I've seen so many injuries, I'm like, okay, I can completely wash my hands of this season. There's just been so much stuff going on. Look forward to the next one. Try to do something to gain the spark. But with the Acuna, depending on what it is, if it's something that's not like, okay, he's going to be out for like a couple of games, it was just tightness, it's fine, it'll work itself out, okay, he can come back. But if it's something that's like, hey, he's going to be out for like 3 to 4 weeks, just shut him down.
Yep. I'm on the mindset of I don't care. Like I said, if it's day to day or a couple games, I'm still not playing.
And you could.
Yeah.
At this point, you could.
We've seen Halliburton. We've seen plenty of guys that have had that tightness, and all of a sudden it just pops.
Yeah.
So
That's a good point.
I'm not relying on just day to day or 3 or 4 weeks. Like I said, he could be good to go for next game. He's done, in my opinion. I don't want to see him.
And that would also give you an opportunity to help some of these younger guys coming up and be able to have them shine maybe. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's like, okay, it's a summer version of spring training, but at least you have a position to where, all right, you've had Kelnick come back up now, give him an upper opportunity. If he doesn't do too well, we'll send him back down, bring somebody else up, give them a chance. Try to see if there's some talent, some like spark in some of those guys coming up from AAA.
Yeah. Tough situation when you're putting your future and you're building a whole roster around a guy that can't stay healthy.
Exactly.
It's a very, very tough situation. And I hate to be the one to bring it up. You won a World Series without the guy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. It can be done.
It can be done.
Yeah.
And they've been good without him.
Yeah.
And he hasn't exactly been the leader you need him to be, and then he can't stay healthy. Yeah, he's ultra talented, but there's a lot of talented guys around this league right now. You're not building your roster around.
Yeah.
So
that's very valid points.
At some point, I'm not saying this is the point. I'm not saying that at all. But at some point, if he cannot stay healthy and he is not doing the things you need him to do, you need to cut bait.
Yeah.
At some point, you need to do that.
Yep.
I got close to that point. I'm not all the way there yet, but as a Braves fan, you look at kind of how the dots connect, and he's your number one guy in a lot of ways. But when you lost Freddie, he was the leader, and Acuna hasn't stepped in that position fully. Mega talent, probably one of the most talented guys the Braves had in their franchise in a long time. But it's just one of those things where you kind of have to, kind of have a look in the mirror and have a reality check.
Yep.
NFL news, guys. For the first time in training camp, Trey Hendrickson was at practice with the Bengals. He officially ended his holdout Wednesday, was an active spectator during the morning's practice, wearing all-black Bengals attire, stood near the defensive line the bulk of the day. Hendrickson indicated he still doesn't plan on participating until he receives a contract extension, but until that happens, he wants to be in the background as much as possible. Led the NFL with 17.5 sacks and was named an All-Pro team, in addition to being a Pro Bowl selection for the 4th straight year.
I mean, I'm okay with him, sitting out on the sideline just because, you don't want to get hurt and in that contract situation. The holdout, that's, a little much in my opinion, because I thought the contract was a decently sized contract for him. In his eyes, it really wasn't. And for a guy with his talent and just the overall, where the Bengals are and where they could potentially be this upcoming season, I'm glad, he's kind of still in the frame. He wants to, be a part of, kind of knowing what's going on within the organization, what's going on the defensive end. That way, whenever, say, if he comes back or whatever the case may be, he can come in, just fit right back into what is going on defensively.
I completely agree with that. I think that's, he's still, a weapon that they need. And just see how it goes. I mean, really can't say much more than that.
Yeah.
Hayden really kind of said everything.
Right. Well, going just next door over here to Nashville, after 2 days of less than stellar play by the Tennessee Titans offense, rookie quarterback Cam Ward had some choice words to say about the performance. He said, "I think we're just very mid right now. At the end of the day, it starts with me." He's been intercepted 4 times in the last couple days. He said, "I have to get on the same page with my receivers and watch more film and be more accurate with the football." So, I mean, he's saying the offense is mid. I think everyone knew that. I think
and that's being gracious in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Cam Ward's really talented. I think if he gets together, I think he can do something. But I don't see it with Tennessee. The only thing they really got going for them is the new stadium.
Yeah.
They don't really have good receivers. I don't see Calvin Ridley as elite receiver as he once was.
I don't think he was ever.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I say elite really is kind of an overstatement. But the offensive line's not good. A lot of guys are injury prone. We saw Traylon Burks get injured with a collarbone injury. Will Levis, that sounds like a bad situation now. So, I'm glad Cam Ward said I'm going to focus on Cam Ward, and hopefully that's what he does. But, Titans are just in a bad situation right now. They are.
My whole question is, one, I think saying mid, I was like, that's a little gracious, but I understand that coming from a teammate. I mean, you want to try to make things a little more brighter than they are, but I don't. He doesn't have a lot to work with.
Right.
He doesn't, and I think that he is really talented. I think that he can be a good, solid NFL quarterback. Is he going to be elite? Is he going to be Hall of Fame? Not really sure, but I know that he is a really good quarterback and can have a solid NFL career, and he just does not have a lot to work with right now receiving-wise, and just kind of wondering how that's going to transpire with numbers and how he's going to be able to perform. I don't know. And the fact that the offensive line is not where it really needs to be, he's going to be running all over the place. I know he's got some speed, but he might be having to run all over the place and scramble out of the pocket. But, it's just – I'm going to be I would say this. I'll be very interested to see how that season goes with him.
Yeah, I'm of the mindset of I think, Callahan, he's a good coach. I don't know if he's head coach material in my opinion, but from the articles I'm reading when it comes to the Titan news and all that stuff, he and Cam Ward really don't have I wouldn't say a good relationship, but they aren't seeing eye to eye on something. Then again, Callahan's more of a defensive mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not going to say that Callahan's going to be done by this year, but if they don't improve this year, could next year be the you're on the way out? Because they brought in the assistant general manager for Kansas City, so I don't think he's the problem right now. Maybe it's I don't know. There's just a lot of problems in Nashville right now for the Titans.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they're getting solved this year.
Mm-mm.
Guys, coming up next, we've got some big news out of college football, but not a lot of people are talking about it. We're going to have that when we return.
Since opening our doors in 1904, Builtwell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, Builtwell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated Builtwell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a Builtwell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
The storm doesn't ask. It takes. It tests. It pushes everything to its limit. Some things are built different. Some things are built to last. Tested by the elements. Proven by time. Engineered for whatever comes next. Summertown Metals. Strength in every storm. Building dreams that last.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
Here at Fields and Brown Barbershop, legacy means a lot. We're trying to fill big shoes left by my two uncles and my grandfather, where every haircut came with conversation and every customer left a little taller than when they walked in. The barbershop is about pride. It's about knowing your barber knows your name and your story. Come see us at Fields and Brown Barbershop, where tradition never goes out of style. 3 generations, 1 legacy, your barbershop.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. AJ Good with Taylor Plott, Hayden Burks, Michael Marks back joining us. Was at UNA's first practice today, and his hair's a little not a little flat, a little sweaty.
Yeah.
Pretty hot out there, wasn't it?
Oh, it was brutal, but it felt like a first football practice. I mean, it was a little sloppy, but you could tell the guys and even the coaches were excited to be back out there, putting helmets on. Probably would have liked a little more of a breeze, a little cooler, but I apologize. I'll do.
Yeah,
Taylor. We need a little breeze in there next time, but. Obviously, for a first practice, I mean, it's not going to be a finished product, but it looked good. The guys high energy, and it looks like they're ready for the season to start.
First game for them, week 1 at Western Kentucky. So it's a month away. But it'll be here before you know it, guys. So speaking of college football, a story. A lot of the national outlets not picking up quite yet, but I think it's going to get big before we know it here. Central Michigan has received a notice of allegations from the NCAA purportedly of any role the school played in the sign-stealing scandal featuring a former Michigan off-field assistant coach. According to a dashboard of active NCAA investigations, Central Michigan was informed of the notice on June 27th, triggering a 90-day window for the university to provide a response. The database shows CMU involved in an investigation that began on October 31st, 2023. Same day as photos were posted online that appeared to show then Michigan defensive analyst Connor Stallions on the Chippewa sidelines for the school's season opening game against Michigan State. The individual in the photos disguised his appearance of facial hair and was dressed similarly to the members of the Central Michigan coaching staff. Oh, shoot. What just happened? Oh.
Gotta love technology.
Yeah, gotta love it. I was doing so good. Okay, here we go. We're going to get back on track. If I have a computer, not an iPad, I would have. Wow. Okay, well, this is just really. It's like Connor Stallions is listening to me.
He don't want us talking about him.
And just like that, it's out of the news.
Yeah. Maybe that's why the national media isn't covering it. This is what happened to them too.
The person also wore sunglasses with a light in the corner, strongly suggesting the use of a recording device. Stallions didn't recall attending a specific game there. He said during an interview for his recent Netflix documentary, "I don't even think this guy looks like me." It does.
It does.
In a statement provided last November in the wake of the documentary's release, Central Michigan said, "We are aware of inferences that made in the new Netflix documentary regarding former U of M football staff member Connor Stallions assessing the CMU sidelines during our opening game last September. For the past 10 months, CMU has fully cooperated with the NCAA's full investigation. Multiple reports have linked Stallions to the purchase of tickets to games involving Michigan opponents, where he allegedly sent collaborators who would record videos of the team's signals. Stallions would then decode the signals by matching them to offensive and defensive plays. The NCAA enforcement arm is expected to announce a decision of possible penalties at some point before the start of the season. Michigan has taken preemptive steps to mitigate the severity of any ruling, including by handing Coach Cerrone Moore a 2-game suspension this September. Moore was one of former Coach Jim Harbaugh's top assistants when the sign-stealing endeavor was alleged to have occurred.
Yeah, my first thoughts when the pictures were originally posted of who people presume to be Connor Stallions. I don't know if that's 100% confirmed or not. I mean, it was him. But there was no way Central Michigan wasn't involved, because there is no way you can get on the sideline of a major college football program unnoticed and without somebody on that side kind of helping you out, and whether he knew somebody that was on that staff that could help him out with that. But yeah, it looks. I didn't think that this story had much more to it, but honestly, with the NCAA getting involved, they think this is this instance is pretty serious, and they want to obviously prevent further infractions like this across the country.
I'm with you. I mean, it is knowing. So my last job at WVUA in Tuscaloosa, our studio and stations in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Mm-hmm. Anytime during football season there's a home game, they go on lockdown mode from Friday until midnight or whenever Saturday after the game. And you have to have a badge with a sticker, and the sticker changes every single year. Mm-hmm. And you cannot use that for previous years or for future years. So it's just hard to get inside the stadium at that point. Yeah. Now you're talking about not only getting inside the stadium, now you got to get down onto the field. I'm with you. He has to know people at Central Michigan, and I don't know if it's just like security people or someone who's like a GA or something like that, but he knows somebody who got him on that field.
The head coach, we used to be the D coordinator at Michigan, so that's how we got on. Yeah,
so, I mean it makes sense.
Yeah, because he had to know somebody to get there, because obviously it's not like, I mean, we see the TikTok of the guy, trying to wander on the field at different college stadiums. Mm-hmm. Well, you can't do that on a game day. It is impossible. Yep. It doesn't matter if you're going to a North Alabama game in Brawley Stadium or if you're going to a Tennessee game in Neyland. I mean, it doesn't matter what caliber. It is impossible to get on the sidelines unless you have the proper credentials.
Yeah.
I think we're at the point now with this story. I think, we know we did it. We know this is going on across the country in some sort of way. Everyone's trying to find that advantage. I think the thing that we're focusing on right now is who knew.
Yeah.
Obviously, because these sort of guys don't have the head coaches and the coordinators' ears. Connor Stallions did.
Mm-hmm.
This sort of stuff isn't happening in Tennessee or Georgia or in Alabama. Like, they've got somewhat of a pipeline, but Connor Stallions had a direct pipeline to Harbaugh, to Moore, to Minner, who was the defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. These guys relied a lot on this guy, and this, and it's been proven that he was. Sending people out the games, he was doing this sort of stuff.
Well, there are video of like the Ohio State game from 2023, and Stallions will go over to the defensive coordinator and throw some sign up there, and they immediately do run right, and all 11 guys crash into that one side of the ball. I mean, it's pretty obvious this stuff took place, and it kind of left a sour taste in a lot of fans' mouth, because then people started looking at, okay, how did this relate? Because I know Tennessee fans think, because Stallions had been on a staff with Shane Beamer at one point, and then people started pulling up stuff like that. So, how many people did it really impact other than just Michigan and the Big Ten opponents?
And the thing, though, that's always killed me during this is all these other football coaches and people in football like, well, there's really no competitive advantage. Well, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Why are you spending money on this guy, paying him a salary to do this, Why are you putting the funds into it? Because every team, in a way, puts funds into a guide or to a program that deciphers signs.
Yeah.
If there's no competitive advantage, then why are you doing it?
Yeah.
That's what drives me crazy about some football coaches. Not all of them, but some of them, especially at the college and the pro level, because they act like they're the smartest guys in the room. They do all this stuff, and they're watching this stuff for hours, but there's no competitive advantage. It's like, so you're basically wasting your time. Like, we're not stupid, right?
Yeah.
Like, we know.
Yeah, you're putting a lot of hours, you're putting a lot of money into it for nothing. Yeah, that's a very lazy response.
That makes sense.
And I want Hayden's opinion on this, and yours, because you're all baseball fans too. Looking back at what the Houston Astros did, and knowing that you had someone out in the outfield, and they were relaying signals back to the dugout, their drums being beat, everything like that.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got a little system going there. This seems like it's more in depth. It's much more in depth. It's got one. I'm not saying who the ringleader is, but let's just say Connor Stallings is the guy, and he's got his other little minions who are going out and doing all these things. This is a sophisticated way of cheating, and it is very in depth. And I really think that we're still just now figuring out and getting into the nitty gritty of who was involved, how many people were involved, and what exactly they did.
Yeah, obviously, like when this story came out in the coming weeks, there were, and honestly, I mean, it came from Twitter, so there may or may not be much truth to it, but like screenshots from Venmo of Stallions paying this guy for a football ticket and stuff like that, just sending them across the country to decipher as much information as you could. And obviously when Netflix released that documentary on Connor Stallions, I watched it, and I realized this dude's a psycho. I mean, there's not many sane football coaches, but this dude is crazy. I mean, the Michigan Manifesto and all that stuff. I mean, this seems like a guy that would have people going all the way across the country doing this, that, and the other.
And no remorse in him. He was going to these games. He was at the national championship game. He went to the Ohio State game, got on the field. Like, this guy...
Unapologetic.
Unapologetic. And there needs to be a hammer brought down not only on him, but on Michigan, on Central Michigan. Everyone that was involved in this needs to hammer.
I just think that overall, if you look at I know it's going to sound crazy, but I mean, anything's a possibility. Maybe that wasn't a recording. Maybe he was streaming, the whole thing, and there's somebody maybe in an office or a studio like this that's got direct access to that, and they can say, okay, there's the play call, let's write it down. So I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but with this whole scenario, it's not out of the realm. It could be, just
and I think the thing that makes me madder than anything about this whole situation is Michigan was by far the best team, the most talented team in the country that year, and didn't need to cheat. But they did anyway, and it's going to completely nullify any, at least from the outside, people outside of Michigan, completely. It's going to put an asterisk next to that national championship.
I think that whole school knew, because their athletic director and their president were mocking it while it was happening. I think their current head coach certainly knew. I think their old head coach, who's now in the NFL, knew. I think there's a lot more that's going to come out about this than what they want to happen.
Well, obviously we know Harbaugh wanted to build Michigan back up to being a national powerhouse and then go back to the NFL. That was always the plan. And it just so happens that around the time that he got them back to national prominence was when all this stuff was happening, so he could just scamper off to the NFL and have no negative repercussions on himself at the NFL level. Obviously,
I will still say, he definitely wanted it. It was well known that he wanted to build them back up and then get back to the NFL. I get that, and I think he definitely would have done that. I still find it though very fishy that you got a national championship. Are you sure you don't want to try it for another one? I think you wanted to try for another one, but guess what? You got caught, or not caught, but it is about to get caught. I'm going to dip out of here.
And I'm curious what kind of the hammer, how strong the hammer will be brought down on Michigan from the NCAA, because my presumption is that Jim Harbaugh will never be able to coach in college again. I mean, and that seems like a bare minimum. Will Sharon Moore get caught up in this, obviously, because he knew as much as anybody else did? Is he going to get fired? Is any other Michigan staffers going to get fired? And then what happens to the players after that? They've been recruited by these guys, and then are getting the boot.
And now a tainted title. If everyone knew about this, it's a tainted again,
they
have the best team in the country. They didn't need it, which makes the story even more sadder on top of all.
And I know I'm not a Michigan fan, but I'm all for it. If they did that and they cheated, take their title away. Yeah. They don't deserve that. I don't care who it was, whether it was if Tennessee did it, if LSU did it, if USC did it, anybody did it. I want that title taken away because y'all cheated.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, even like if personally, if Tennessee did it, like, sure, I'd be happy when we won the national championship and everything, but it just wouldn't feel right.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. It doesn't matter who did it. It would honestly probably tarnish a bit of the connection I have between the University of Tennessee and going to school there and being a fan of the team the whole life.
Heck, if they came back somehow and had just definite proof that Saban cheated in the 2011 national championship, take it away. Yeah. I don't care. Take it away.
It's a little different for y'all. Y'all won one, the 2 years before the year after.
But you get my point, though. It's like, even as a fan, I don't even want to deal with something like that. Take it away.
Now, if it was Butch Jones that got caught,
Butch Jones, I
would care. Well, guys, coming up next, we kind of continue what we started yesterday. We're going to play another round of Have They Ever Played? And plus, our favorite game of the day. What do I call it?
Name that
schedule. It's coming up next here on Exports Today.
Pat's Cafe and Catering has been proudly serving customers in Lawrenceburg since 1987. For 4 generations, our family-run cafe has served up delicious breakfast and lunch favorites with friendly service and a welcoming atmosphere. We also offer full-service catering and can help to make your next party or event a success. For great food and friendly faces, visit us today at Pat's Cafe and Catering.
Since 1955, Evers Construction has been the company folks have trusted for residential and commercial construction projects. Today, Evers is still the leader in building and is just as committed to maintaining. From residential to commercial and industrial, Evers' team of experts stands ready to install, service, and repair all your HVAC and plumbing needs. Specializing in leak repair, maintenance, air duct cleaning and repair, air handler service, drain cleaning, gas line work, emergency unit repair, inspections, and more. Evers Construction offers a preventative maintenance package to keep your home or business cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Trained, trusted, reliable. For more information or to schedule an appointment with the pros who know, phone 931-762-3593 or visit eversconstructionco.com. Evers Construction Company in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Cause when I cross that county line, just off Highway 49, it all makes perfect sense. Man, I live for this.
Top quality equipment rentals at the right price. It's not too good to be true at Rent Right Equipment and Sales. We guarantee clean, reliable products that are up to your standards. Our family-owned business has been doing that for more than 40 years. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff take care of you from purchase to maintenance. Saws, drills, lifts, mowers, generators, you name it, we've got it. Stop by and see our inventory today, located on Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumberyard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.
Welcome back to X Sports Today. Taylor Plott with Hayden Burks. Michael Marks, I'm AJ Good. Guys, it's time to play a couple favorite games as we get ready for college football season. It's now time for Have They Ever Played? Yesterday is Alabama and Tennessee. Today, two more SEC teams are going to go with Georgia and Florida.
Okay.
All right. So,
Florida, okay.
Georgia has actually played everybody in the current ACC at least one time. So they were in 4 games against Boston College, 2-2. They're 2-0 against Cal, 44-18-2 against Clemson, 1-0 against Duke, 7-4-1 against Florida State, 72-41-5 against Georgia Tech, 1-0 against Louisville, 7-4-1 against Miami, 6-1-1 against NC State, 17-12-2 against North Carolina. Pitt is 3-0-1 against Georgia. I believe one of their national championships came against Georgia in the Sugar Bowl. Georgia 1-0 against SMU. Stanford 1-0 against Georgia. That game came in like the 30s or something. Syracuse 1-0 against Georgia. Georgia is 9-7-3 against Virginia. Bulldogs are 2-1 against Virginia Tech. And Wake Forest is 2-1 against Georgia.
How about the Demon
Deacons? So there are 3 teams in the Big 12 that Georgia has never faced.
Oh, and see, this is going to be tough because I don't know Georgia football history like crazy.
Oklahoma State.
Nope, they have played 4 times. Georgia's 3-1.
I feel like they played in a bowl game recently, like in the last 10 years.
Colorado.
They actually had a recent series with Colorado. They're 1-1 because they won in Georgia and then lost in Boulder.
Okay, I'm just going to throw both of the Arizona schools out there.
Yeah, I was
feel
going to
like
do the
neither
same.
one of them play SEC schools.
Played them both.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Arizona's, the one time they played them was a tie, and they actually had a recent series with Arizona State where they went 2-0.
Okay.
West Virginia?
Nope. The Mountaineers beat them in the 06 Sugar Bowl.
Okay.
DJ Shockley, Mark DeRick in that bunch, Pat White, Steve Slayton, Owen Schmidt
could not
running
be
wild against the Bulldogs.
So it's Texas or Cincinnati.
No, they played Texas.
Actually, my apologies. There's 4 teams they have never played.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm going to go.
It has to be a Texas team.
I'm going to go Houston.
They have played 4 times. Houston is 2-1-1.
They played on TCU.
Cincinnati?
Yeah, Cincinnati. That's got to be one of them.
No, remember they played in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
3-0 all time.
I'm gonna throw one out yesterday or again today that I honestly thought it wasn't the case yesterday, but it was. Kansas.
That's 1.
Okay.
Kansas.
All right.
Is Central Florida one?
Nope, they played actually.
Kansas.
They're actually 2 meetings, so they're 1-1
Okay.
all time against the Knights.
Texas Tech.
They've played 3 times. Georgia's won all 3.
They played TCU because they annihilated them in the
5-0 all time
championships.
against TCU.
The worst national championship.
BYU.
They have played once. Georgia won.
Kansas State.
Kansas State. That's one of the
Iowa
others.
State.
Okay.
That's
Iowa
3
State.
out of 4.
I'm going to go with Did we say SMU?
That's,
No, they're ACC now.
It's ACC. That's right.
Who's the other Texas team? Is there any other Texas
There's Texas Tech, Baylor, and Houston.
Baylor. Did they play Baylor?
5
Yeah,
times
they played
5 times. Okay.
Because they played them in a bowl game recently.
Yeah, that's right. They did, didn't they? Who are we missing?
got Cincinnati, Colorado.
Utah. No, is it
Utah.
Utah?
There it is, the Utes. Yep.
That's the
Good
other
call.
one. You guys literally went through the whole roster.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
Good
like,
call.
I know we've got every single one of them.
In the Big Ten, there are 7 teams.
Holy
the
cow.
Bulldogs have never faced.
UCLA.
Purdue.
No, they've played UCLA twice.
UCLA, I feel like always
won both
typically
times.
plays an LSU team.
They've played Purdue
SEC.
twice and
Okay.
won both times.
Michigan State.
Played them 3 times and won twice.
Maryland.
2-1. They have actually played Maryland 6 times. Maryland is
Wow.
3-2-1 against
Wow.
the Bulldogs.
How about the Terps?
Northwestern.
That is one of them.
Okay.
Minnesota.
That's another one.
Illinois.
That's another.
Indiana.
That's another.
Okay, so we're at what, 4?
You're at 4.
Okay.
Yeah. They played USC. I know that.
Yep, and they played Ohio State
Three
multiple times, I think.
What about Washington?
That's another.
All right.
USC is 3-0 against Georgia all time, and Georgia is 2-0 against Ohio State.
Rutgers.
That's another.
6. Okay.
One more.
They played Wisconsin.
Did we say Northwestern? Did somebody say that?
Yeah.
We forgot that one
Yeah,
yesterday.
they're 2-0 against Wisconsin.
Minnesota.
Iowa.
Because I
is the
said Minnesota
final.
earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, they're Nebraska's 2-1 against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I knew they
Michigan, actually, they played Michigan 3 times. They're 2-1 against Michigan. 1-1 against Penn State. They played Penn State twice. They played Oregon twice and won both times. And I think that's all. Yeah.
I'm honestly shocked.
They haven't played Indiana because if Indiana would have beaten Notre Dame,
they would have
Yeah.
Georgia.
I was shocked that you said they only played Ohio State twice.
Yeah.
I really thought that they played them at least a couple more times than that.
We need to make like an SEC Big Ten challenge in football and just have it like. And I get there's 18 teams in the Big Ten. Just throw 2 of them out for the week or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to move to the swamp in Florida.
All right.
There's one team in the ACC that Florida has never played.
Okay, we can go ahead and throw out Florida State.
Is it Stanford or Cal?
It is Stanford.
Stanford.
Yep. So they're 1-1 against Boston College, 2-0 against Cal. They are 9-3-1 against Clemson, 3-2 against Duke, 38-28-2 against Florida State, 2-1 against Louisville. Georgia Tech leads their series 23-9-6.
Wow.
Georgia Tech was a good SEC team.
They were, yeah.
Miami leads the Florida series 30-27. Florida leads NC State 9-4-1. North Carolina has dominated their series 7-2-1 against Florida. They've played Pitt once, tied. 2-2 against SMU, 2-2 against Syracuse, 2-0 against Virginia, 2-0 against Virginia Tech, and 4-0 against Wake Forest.
So it seems like they handle their business when they're playing the ACC.
Yeah.
In the Big 12, there are 8 teams that Florida has never played.
Arizona and Arizona State.
1 and 2.
Okay.
I feel like they played Utah. Did they play? No. They had a series with
Utah
a couple years ago.
They played in the Sugar Bowl.
Yep.
So they
that's
were
what I was
2-1
thinking of.
against Utah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Iowa State.
That's one of them.
Cincinnati.
Kansas.
They played in the Sugar Bowl. And,
You said Cincinnati?
The year before Cincinnati made the playoffs. Yep.
They're 2-0 against Cincinnati. Kansas is one of them.
Okay. What about Kansas State?
They are 2-0 against Kansas State.
Oklahoma State.
They are 1-0 against Oklahoma State.
I feel like they played Iowa State in a bowl game a couple years ago.
Houston.
They are 3-1 against Houston.
TCU.
That's one of them.
BYU.
That's another one.
Baylor?
They're 1-0 against
Yeah.
Baylor.
Okay.
That game came in like 1936.
Oh, that's a random one.
Texas Tech.
That's another one, yeah.
Okay.
How many we got so far?
1, 2, 3,
7.
4, 5, 6, 7.
So we got
So
one
we're
more.
missing one.
Yeah.
Iowa State.
I bet you already said that.
Oh, I did already say
Did
that
we
one.
say Kansas State?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Kansas State.
Um,
State. Utah.
We already got
Houston,
Utah. We got BYU.
Yeah.
BYU. Colorado.
That's the other one.
Good call.
So they are the other teams. They are 3-1 against UCF and 1-1 against West Virginia. They played them West Virginia in the '82 Peach Bowl. The Mountaineers spanked them 26-6, and then they Danny Werfel ended West Virginia's best season ever in '93 when they beat them like 52-10 in the Sugar Bowl. They were ranked third in the country because it was Nebraska and Florida State in the Orange Bowl, West Virginia, Florida in the Sugar Bowl, and it was ugly. It was really ugly. 3 teams in the Big Ten that Florida has never played.
Northwestern.
That is not one of them. They
Really?
were 2-0 against Northwestern.
They've played Wisconsin.
Rutgers.
They have not.
They've not played
All
Wisconsin.
right, so there's
That was
one.
LSU that went up there and played them a couple years ago. That's what I was
At
thinking of.
Green- And Lambeau.
Yep.
Was Rutgers one of them?
Wisconsin.
They are 1-0-1 against
Okay.
Rutgers.
They played Maryland recently, didn't they?
They've actually played Maryland the most of any Big Ten team.
Wow.
They've played them 18 times.
Wow.
And they're 12-6.
Let's throw Washington in there.
No, they've played once.
Oregon.
They have played once, and Florida won.
I feel like
Illinois.
Washington won their game.
Okay.
Nope, they are 2. They've played
Who'd you say?
twice and 2-0.
You say Illinois?
I said Illinois. So let's go next door. About Indiana.
Indiana has played them and beat them.
Wow. Okay. What about Purdue?
Purdue, Iowa.
Purdue is one of them.
Okay.
So you've got Wisconsin and Purdue.
So there's 2, and there's one more. Iowa? No, they played.
No, 3-1 against Iowa. They've played in some bowl games.
I don't know why I feel like this could be it, but I could be completely wrong. Penn State
played 3 times.
Okay.
And Florida's won all 3.
What about UCLA? They played a couple times.
They've played 5 times,
Okay.
and they are UCLA is 3-2 in the series.
USC
played twice, and USC is 1-0-1 against the Gators.
So we said Maryland, we said Rutgers.
Minnesota? Did we say them?
I think we said Maryland.
Ding,
Oh,
that
got
is
it.
the
There it
final
is.
one. So they are 2-0 against Illinois. Indiana's won their lone meeting. 3-1 against Iowa. 12-6 against Maryland. Michigan leads the series 4-1 against the Gators. Michigan State won their only meeting.
Okay.
Nebraska's 2-0 against the Gators, including the 96-97 national
Tommy Frazier tore them apart.
game. The Gators are 2-0 against Ohio State, 1-0 against Oregon, 3-0 against Penn State, 2-0 against Northwestern, and we mentioned Washington, USC, and Rutgers.
I can't believe that they played Maryland that many times.
Yeah, I couldn't either. I mean,
that's a lot.
Because it doesn't feel like there were ever a time where they were like at the same caliber.
Yeah. College Park is basically Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Or Baltimore in that area. That is, I've been there. It sucks to be there. It's not easy to get into, and I can't believe 18 times. They've met in, I think, in more bowl games recently in series. But some of these meetings were random. Like, they played Michigan State in like 1961 or something like that. Like, it makes you think like none of these teams would play each other now. But like in the 30s, 40s, and 60s, when it was harder to get to these places, they were all about, hey, let's go across the country and
that
blow
was
our athletic budget.
That's what Newt Rockne was big about at Notre Dame, is he wanted to go play as far away as he could. That's why they tried to always play, that's why they always played USC. Because they could kind of try to spread the brand that way.
All right, boys, it's time to play. Name that schedule. Opening up. Ball State at home, Southern Illinois at home, home versus USC, at Notre Dame, week off, home versus Illinois, at Minnesota, at Northwestern, home versus Rutgers, at Michigan, home versus Ohio State, at Washington, week off, home versus Indiana.
Purdue.
Yep.
Wow. Pretty good.
The Notre Dame week 4 threw it away.
Okay. Our next one. Home versus Notre Dame, home versus Bethune-Cookman, home versus USF, home versus Florida, week off, at Florida State, week off, home versus Louisville, home versus Stanford, at SMU, home versus Syracuse, home versus NC State, at Virginia Tech, and at Pitt.
Oh.
Who opens up with Notre Dame?
Miami does.
Is it Miami?
It is
Okay.
Miami.
Well, I was about to say Texas A&M, and then because you said Florida, and then you started naming ACC teams, I'm like, whoa.
teams. Yep, and they had
That's
both
not
Florida
A&M.
and Florida State, but it was like I knew some big school actually played Notre Dame week
They got
1.
8 home games. They get Notre Dame, Florida, and Louisville, Syracuse, and NC State all at home.
Is Notre Dame at home or is it neutral?
Yeah,
That's
the opening.
It's at Hard Rock,
Sunday
though.
game.
Oh, it's a Sunday game. Okay.
Yeah, well, all their games are
Yeah.
Hard Rock.
Yeah.
Okay. Week 1, home versus Toledo, home versus Ole Miss, home versus Eastern Michigan, week off, at South Carolina, at Georgia, week off, home versus Texas, home versus Tennessee, at Auburn, home versus Florida, Tennessee Tech, at Vanderbilt, and at Louisville.
That's Kentucky.
Yeah, that's Kentucky.
So, there you go.
Louisville's always the last
So I was
game.
thinking Mississippi State, but
And they get Texas, Tennessee, Florida, and Ole Miss at home.
yeah.
Good, man. Good for Kroger. They're going to make a lot of money off of that.
Maybe they can get more than one conference win this year.
Yeah, really.
Week 1, home versus Hawaii, home versus Weber. I don't ever know. I had a good friend that was their D coordinator one time. Weber State, home versus Kansas State, week off, at Iowa State, home versus Oklahoma State, home versus BYU, at Houston, week off, at Colorado, home versus Kansas, at Cincinnati, home versus Baylor, at Arizona State.
It's Arizona. I had just looked at a map at lunch that had like all the games planned out, and it's
Yeah.
Hawaii and Arizona at 11 o'clock on like TBS or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
TNT, actually.
TNT.
Yeah.
TNT, because they, I love FBS schedules because they even put the network on there. Okay, here we go. You guys have been, 12 for 12, 16
we're
for 16?
Yeah,
on
we're
group
killing
of-
it on the power
fours,
four.
yeah.
Here comes the group of 5.
Dun, dun, dun.
Week 1 at Akron, home versus Northern Iowa, home versus Utah, at Colorado, week off. Home versus UNLV, home versus San Jose State, at Air Force, home versus Colorado State, at San Diego State, week off, at Fresno, home versus Nevada, at Hawaii.
UNLV. Oh, wow.
Holy cow.
Did you peek?
No, he just keeps the Cowboys schedule in the back of the head.
You got to remember, I used to live up there, and I used to cover sports, and this is their year that they're actually at home against Colorado State. It's the battle of the Golden Boot, I believe is what it is.
Boot, yeah,
Golden
they
Boot.
did the whole...
I was going to say Fresno.
I was going to go
I thought I was totally stumping you guys with this one.
Not that I was honestly yesterday. I was thinking he's going to give me one of them one day. I'm going to be able to get that.
I looked at it and I went, man, ain't nobody going to buy it.
As soon as you went San Jose State, I'm thinking, all right, there's Mountain West. And then once he said home versus Colorado State, and I did not hear anything else, I'm like, that's the Wyoming schedule.
And they've got a good. I mean, they got home versus Utah and home versus Colorado State, Nevada, and home.
Don't they play Colorado as well? Wasn't that on there?
Yeah.
It's at Colorado, yeah.
That's a winnable game, though.
Yeah. And it's, hey, Laramie's a tough place to go. Utah ain't going to. How many. Wasn't there an SEC team that went up there a few years ago and lost?
I know Tennessee lost to Wyoming in 2008, but I don't know if they went up there and
I
lost.
don't remember who. I remember there was a team that did that. I don't remember who it was.
Let's go through the schedules because this is. Let's see.
But that is the highest altitude for football stadium, and really just a game in general.
Well, it says they upset Missouri in 2019, but
that's what it was.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yep.
And they actually beat Texas Tech 2 years ago.
Wow.
They've
Wyoming is 2-0 against the SEC in Laramie.
Yeah. It's a different vibe up there. I mean, you are above 7,000 feet, and it is.
And Ole Miss lost there in 2004.
I thought
37-32.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, new coach this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see how they go.
Thank you, Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor.
One for Taylor, just going. It's Colorado State.
No, that's Wyoming.
It is.
It's got to be Wyoming.
Wow, the one I knew I was going to stump you guys on. I knew it. I couldn't do it. Well, guys, another great episode here of X Sports Today. Won't be here tomorrow. We've got some different scheduling conflicts, but we'll be back here on a Friday. So for Taylor Plott, Hayden Burks, Michael Marks, I'm AJ Good. Don't forget to check us out tonight for X Sports Live.
Going the distance for local sports. This is X Sports Today.